Okay, we're recording anytime you want to start.
You start by introducing yourself, Stuart.
Hi, I'm Stuart May.
Oh, don't do that.
You're next.
Sure you can.
Can you?
Sure.
No, we'll go again. Take two. Hello, I'm Stuart Main.
And
Peter Wells.
Peter Wells. I'm the writer and co-director of A Death in the Family. Stuart's also the co-director.
And first of all, I wanted to ask you today, you call this a love story, not a horror story. And maybe both of you could elaborate a bit on that.
Sure. It just seems important making a film about something as serious as AIDS. It's a terrible problem, a terrible situation, and it seems important in making a film about it that you actually have something that's more encouraging in it. What do you think?
How is this film different than others you've made emotionally?
Stuart and I have been working together for probably between 6 and 7 years making films, and nearly all of our films come from a strong personal point of view, don't they? We'd be regarded as political filmmakers, and with our gain as part of that political point of view. This film was, obviously it came out of a strong concern. It seemed really important to make a film about AIDS from a gay point of view.
Was this based on people you actually know?
Yes, yeah. The film is based on my experience with a friend of mine. When a friend of mine died, and a group of friends got together and looked after this friend. And in actual fact, the film is the house the film is set in is the actual house where my friend died.
What is the attitude in New Zealand about AIDS? Tell us a bit about that.
It's not as huge a problem in New Zealand as it is here. We're fortunate in that we've got a sort of centre-left government at the moment that's taking a forward educative role in it, so that, I saw in the paper today that the government's still trying to decide about sending pamphlets out to all houses about prevention. Well, that was done in New Zealand
3 years ago.
Yeah, about 3 years ago. So we're lucky, and we've got a government that's taking a kind of strong position on it.
You said that in the film, the idea about death seemed to have come from an older time. What do you mean by that exactly?
I think really what we felt was that in earlier times people had more rituals to do with coping with people passing on, going into another world, and with time these rituals have all disappeared, and really what we seem to have to do is to reinvent them, particularly for gay people who are kind of outside the norms in many other ways. Do you think that's right?
Do you feel the complacency overall of the public in general about AIDS is ever going to end? Do you think that gay people will continue to really have to be in the forefront of this and take care of the problem without much help?
What do you think? I think circumstances will change that. Just as the whole AIDS situation becomes more general, that situation will change. It has to change.
And where has this film been shown?
It's been shown within New Zealand, obviously. It was shown within cinemas there and on television on a sort of prime time slot.
Earlier this year.
It's going to be shown in the States here, in New York at Film Forum, in San Francisco at the Castro, and in LA at New Art Cinemas. It's made sales around the world, really, hasn't it? Yeah, it's good.
And what do you feel this film says to people? What do you want them to get out of this most of all?
we wanted to break down the idea that people in the AIDS situation are sort of incredibly isolated and alone, because I think that's going right back to the old-fashioned idea of what gay people were, which was that they were the most isolated people in the world, and we wanted to show that in this incredibly difficult situation people have friends, and there is a kind of a community thing happening. We wanted to get that over.
And that gay people have actually risen to the occasion in a sort of magnificent way.
And what is your next film project? Have you started something else yet?
We're working on 4 feature scripts at the moment, 3 of which have gay themes, so we're looking forward to getting back to New Zealand and starting working on them.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
Is there anything else you want to?
I seem to do all the blabbing.
No, that's good. It means that it didn't have to be edited very much.
But I have to get some cutaway shots of you then. So,
You want some noddies.
yeah, look at Peter.
While I'm talking.
Yes.
Is that alright?
Mm.
Okay. So did you agree with what I said? Some of it?
Okay.
Smile.
Well,
Do you have any questions?